What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I am your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, aka Mental Illness, from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Well, I'm everywhere, y'all. If this is your first time seeing my face, I am a diagnosed narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. It is my cross to bear. I've been in psychotherapy for the last almost 4 years, y'all. Having another appointment this Friday, the 16th, coming up. The point of my entire platform, the over almost 600,000 people on TikTok and everywhere else, is to bring awareness to mental health disorders, cluster B disorders, and also to validate the victims and survivors of this personality disorder as well. Today's episode is going to be about a narcissist promising you everything you ever wanted after you discard them. Oh my goodness! So y'all, if you don't know, I do one-on-ones over Zoom. The link is in my bio, wherever, if you're interested in that. But so many times, y'all, I keep seeing people, one of the common themes is, I gave them a second chance. I forgave them for everything that they did and whatnot, here, this, and that. I'm just like, why? I always ask the question, why are you so forgiving of somebody? And and this is one of the main things that they say too, is like, oh, they told me everything that I wanted to hear. Of course, that narcissist told you everything that you wanted to hear when you broke up with them, when you decided to discard them. Of course, they're going to tell you every single thing that you want to hear, because you want to hear it. If they want to keep you, of course they're gonna lie to you. They're gonna make it. I'm so sorry for what I did. I just don't know why I did it. Blah blah blah. Bloop bloop bloop. I want a future with you. I want to have kids with you. I want to buy a house with you. I want to be a power couple. Blah blah blah. You know how it goes. Like, they will promise you everything, tell you everything that you want to hear, like exactly, like verbatim. And you have to stop falling for the bare minimum. Like, if you're going to take somebody back, this could be a narcissist or a toxic person or whatever, stop accepting the bare minimum apologies. Like, make them confess to absolutely what they did. Don't accept, I'm sorry for what I did. Nope. Tell me exactly what you did, verbatim what you did. Who was it? Why'd you do it? Where were you? Get in depth with it. Make them acknowledge every piece of wrong that they did to you. Because if they don't acknowledge it, then they're not sorry for it. If you keep asking them questions to acknowledge it, and they get mad at you, and they just like, look, you gonna accept my apology or not? And you accept that apology, you're done. You are DONE. You are done with that narcissist. That narcissist is going to cook you for the rest of your existence. And however you caught them cheating, you won't catch them cheating the same way. You rarely will ever do that. If you go through their phone, if you caught them cheating by going through their phone, you won't do it again. That won't happen again. There won't be 2 times you catch them cheating through their phone. You catch them cheating through their little Apple Watch or their Samsung Watch or whatever, you won't do it again. That same type of getting caught, you won't do it again. You make them better. You make them better cheaters when when you catch them. And you don't make them accountable for whatever they did to you. But how do you make them accountable? By leaving. Sometimes you gotta leave. I mean, just like accepting the absolute bare minimum. I'm sorry, whatever. The bare minimum, like literally the bare minimum apology. Do you accept it? Like, you literally make them better cheaters and better liars and whatnot, better manipulators when you accept the bare minimum of anything from them. And in situations where you catch them actually cheating or go stepping outside your relationship or whatnot, they will literally downplay everything that they did. And that's why I said you have to be specific with what they're apologizing for, because they will downplay everything. Kingsley, can you go sit down, please? Go right over there. Keep the ball over there. Yeah, all this room out here. Keep the ball over there. They will literally downplay everything that they did to make it not seem as bad as you thought, make it not seem as bad as you think it was. That's why you have to make them acknowledge exactly what they did. That's why you have to make them acknowledge exactly what they did, because they will literally downplay everything. They'll make it seem like it's not as serious as you think it is. Like, look, it's not as bad as you think it is. Oh, that's just a friend. Oh, this is that. You know what I mean? That you misconstrued those text messages. Hey, you read those screenshots wrong. Blah blah blah. This. They will downplay everything to make you forgive them. That's why you have to get specific with what they're apologizing for. And then if you do take them back, generally speaking, I think the majority of people that deal with narcissists will tell you this, that the change will be brief. And there's no time limit on it, because I know one of the questions y'all were asking in the comment section is like, How long will they change for? It could be a couple of days, it could be a couple of months. It just depends on that person and how long they can keep that facade up. You know, because again, they might not change at all. You might literally just make them better cheaters. So, you know, they'll stop texting. They'll just start Snapchatting. You know, you catch them on Snapchat, they'll just start, you know, calling. They'll start Facebook messaging. They'll find different ways to communicate that you don't know about. Have whole other phone that they keep in the car, stuff like that. And then they'll downplay it. Oh, their phone for work. Blah, 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 bloop, bloop, bloop. You know, and this is men and women as well. This is not just men. Next thing on my list, they will shift, when you catch them cheating or whatever, stepping outside, they will shift blame onto you and make you take accountability for something that they did to you. Well, I wouldn't cheat if you would have satisfied me. Oh, I wouldn't have cheated if you wouldn't work so much. Oh, I wouldn't have cheated if this, that. You know what I mean? It will always shift back to you for whatever reason. Whatever reason they can make up some BS reason why it's your fault, and y'all be accepting it. Y'all be accepting you blame for somebody else doing something to you. And then you know once they cheat on you, you never can trust them again. But you go all back into the relationship, not happy. Because I think one of the common things I'm facing and hearing again is that so many people are afraid to be alone. That they'd rather be in a toxic, unhealthy, unsafe, unhappy relationship than be alone. I just don't want to be more myself. At least I'm married. I've talked to people that are engaged, to people that are cheating on them, beating on them, doing all this other stuff. So what do? I'm like, you don't marry that person. If you're engaged and you're getting hit and cheated on, like, marriage, you become property. So they're going to treat you worse. You can't just break up with them when you get married. When you get married, like, you literally just get... When you get married, you just can't break up with them. You just break it up is out of the question. Now you have to legally get broken up. And then everything, you get more stuff tied together, houses, everything. Like, yo, self-love works. Self-love and appreciation works. What's up, man? Okay. Self-love and appreciation works. Because if you don't have self-love, you get taken advantage of, and people will not feel sorry for you. They just want people to get tired of you telling them the story, so then you be by yourself dealing with a narcissist. You'll literally be by yourself trying to explain yourself. Why you doing this? Why you doing that? Dealing with a narcissist. Like, people are like, look, girl, we told you to leave alone. We don't want to hear it no more. Hey, bro, we don't want to hear that. Hey, we told you she toxic. Leave her alone. You ain't listen to us, so whatever. And then you won't have anybody else to talk to. And when you internalize this stuff, when you internalize the guilt and the resentment and the stuff that you're going through, it literally starts to poison you. It makes you sick. It makes you physically sick. So not only do narcissists affect your mental health, they will literally start to affect your your physical health. Stomach be hurting. How do you feel at 5 o'clock when that person is getting off of work, or when you headed home from work? You know, how do you feel? Are you sweat? Are you happy and cheerful? Like, oh, my boo on the way home from work, or are you just like, oh my God, this is home from work. I ain't gotta talk to him. I gotta deal with him. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? Which one are you? Because I know most people, they don't feel good. They get hives, they get rashes, people get ulcers, all kinds of stuff that start popping up out of nowhere when you deal with narcissists. Because you're unhappy. Your body, your brain and your heart are not in alignment. Your brain-heart alignment is way off. Like, way off. Your heart-brain alignment is way... Your brain is sending, like, signs to your body that your body is unhappy. Your body is unhappy with this person. Physically sick. Sweats, hives, uncomfortable. But your heart is just like, oh, I love him, though. I love her. You know what I mean? When your heart and your brain are not in alignment, you will suffer. And I tell people this all the time, your heart will get you hurt. Your intuition kicks in, like, this person, I'm not happy with this person. I can't do this no more. But my heart, I don't want nobody else to have them, though, because he might treat them better. She might treat them better. So what? How are they treating you? How are they treating you? That's what should matter to you. Y'all don't worry about how they treated you. You just worry about how they're going to treat somebody else. Like, that's one of the main questions I get. Like, are they treating the new supply better? Why does it matter? Don't watch it. I got one lady I speak to. She just gets constantly watching the Facebook and the TikToks and the Instagram. Like, why are you doing it to yourself? Why are you torturing yourself or watching the social media? Why? I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. Nobody's ever made me happy. Are they telling the truth? No, they're not telling the truth. They just targeting you because they know you watching. Stop watching, y'all. Have some power. Power up. Take your power back. Take your strength back. Stop watching somebody. Stop watching somebody give everything you want. Like, was that a problem? All right, man. Look, go sit down until I finish. I'm almost done, okay? I'll let you know when I'm finished. If you're on the podcast, my son is just in the background just doing way too much. That's what I was saying though. Yeah, have some self-pride and some energy, y'all. Take your power back. Stop torturing yourself with watching somebody. And the narcissist would not care. They're not gonna offer you no explanation. They want no closure. You trying to get them back. While they in a relationship with somebody else, you'll try to get them back. And then you become the crazy ex. Well, you shouldn't have been, but now you the crazy ex. So just take some pride, y'all. And in a situation where you keep constantly taking the narcissist back, they do not care about wasting not 1 ounce, 1 microcosm of your time, because they think, and most people would think, that you are wasting your own time by going back, by keep accepting this behavior. And you can say it's a trauma bond, you can say it's Stockholm syndrome, but everybody else doesn't care. You know, everybody else doesn't care. They're like, well, we told you, y'all done broke up 15 times. We don't want to hear about it no more. Y'all done broke up 25 times. We don't want to hear about it no more. Look, y'all toxic together. We don't want to hear about it no more. Matter of fact, we don't even want to be around y'all no more. You know what I mean? So, in conclusion, stop accepting people back without consistent change behavior. And stop accepting the bare minimum apologies. I'm sorry. It's not an apology. That's not an apology. I don't care what y'all say. I'm sorry. It's not an apology. It just isn't. I'm sorry for exactly what they did. It is not an apology. That's just an excuse. I'm sorry. You made me do this. Hey, I'm sorry is not an excuse, y'all. It's just not a valid excuse. Stop accepting the bare minimum from somebody that expects the world from you. Just stop doing that. Take your power back. Take your strength back. Be resilient. You deserve happiness, or don't you? You know what I mean? Because they don't care if you do. I'm telling you, these people do not care about wasting your time, because they think you're complicit in wasting your own time. Like, you're wasting your own time. You decided you're okay with taking me back. You're okay with taking me back. You're okay with everything you've done. And if you give me forgiveness, if you forgive me, don't ever bring it up again. If you forgive me for whatever I've done to you, don't ever bring it up again. Why it's not forgiving. It's not forgiveness if you keep bringing it up. It's just not. It's not forgiveness if you keep bringing it up. Why you take me back if you keep bringing up the past? It's over. It's done with. Don't bring it up no more. Don't take me back then. Bye. We don't have to be here. We don't have to get back together. You're like, no, okay, forget it. Now you got an issue building up. Now you're internalizing it because you can't talk to anybody else about it because nobody else wants to hear it. They think you're okay with it. I'm just being real with you. Because you so quick to take them back for cheating and doing the wildest stuff, y'all. Some of the stories I hear, and just like, be in the house with somebody else. You be in the house chilling, another girl or another guy come over there, and then they somehow explain it away. Huh? Stop turning a blind eye to the red flag that hit you in the face, dear God. Because people, even with society picking up on narcissists more and more, people start to think you're more complicit. They're like, well, you complicit in that now. Now you're an enabler. Bye. You start losing friends. You start losing family. For what? What is the prize? Is this person that you're trying to attain, this person you keep taking back, are they really a prize? No. If you put take it off of you. Take the pressure off of yourself. If your best friend came to you and told you your situation, your best friend was in your situation, what advice would you give them? Oh, I told them to leave. Then why don't you leave? Oh, it's not that simple. You just made it seem like that simple. You just said, I would just tell them to leave. Take your power back. If you can acknowledge that the trauma bond exists, you can break it. You just can. If you can acknowledge that it exists, you have the power and the ability to break it. Point blank period. Anyways, y'all, cutting this thing to the end. I ran a little long. I like to keep them about 13 minutes, but this is going to be 14, almost 15 minutes. Thank y'all so much for loving. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's my birthday episode. It's July 14th, 1985. I'm a Cancer. I knew you were a Cancer. Y'all didn't know I'm damn Cancer. You didn't know. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Peace out.